Previously on Smart Mobility Today, we heard a lot about electric and autonomous trucks, auto companies banding together in a challenge to Tesla, as well as stories about robots in space. This week, we focus on EV batteries, more concern about China and technology, flying cars, plus robots that fight fires and weed gardens.
You've got something to say, and we can help you say it. Detroit Media Productions is here for your audio, photography, and video needs. DetroitMediaProductions.com.
Hi, this is Cindy Polakowski. Following a fire caused by a battery shipped to its Virginia assembly plant, Volvo is recalling nearly all battery-powered electric trucks in the U.S., manufactured in the last 4 years. This involves a range of Volvo brands, plus Mack trucks built between 2019 and 2023. The Swedish truck maker will replace the batteries following a fire which was contained inside the battery. The truck battery issues are specific to one supplier and one plant and involve power distribution in the batteries that leads to debris inside the pack, causing a short circuit and increasing the risk of fire. Big SUV brands like Cadillac, Escalade IQ, and Rivian R1S, and the Kia EV9 are soon to be offered as EVs. These larger products, not known for their fuel efficiency or low cost, are three-row vehicles that have historically been pretty heavy and bulky. The new all-electric propulsion systems allow manufacturers to remove components traditionally used in internal combustion engine powertrains, such as transmission tunnels and emissions piping. Removing these gives the vehicle a flatter interior and gives manufacturers the room to create seating for 3 adults in all 3 rows, as well as the option to fold seats flat for use for hauling or for use as an overland or camp vehicle. The vehicle will be produced at GM's Hamtramck, Michigan plant. The IQ is directed at a limited audience with an MSR starting at about $130,000. GM hopes for a win, succeeding in style, craftsmanship, design, with competitive or advanced tech over other EVs. In the UK, the Upper House of Parliament is launching an inquiry into the government's approach to phasing out fossil fuel vehicles and encouraging EVs. The focus is on passenger cars and the UK's government's ban on the sale of new fossil fuel-only models by 2030 and on hybrid vehicles by 2035. The House of Lords Environment and Climate Change Committee said its goal is to, quote, understand how the government will achieve its target of decarbonizing cars and vans in the UK. In the U.S., GM announced this week that all of its electric cars and trucks will be equipped to provide backup power to owners' homes in the event of a blackout. The move means that GM will install two-way charging technology in GMC, Cadillac, and Chevrolet cars and trucks. The move is seen in part as a way of marketing EVs not just as cleaner, but as more practical than internal combustion-powered vehicles. The technology will be offered this year in the Silverado pickup and Cadillac Escalade, and in all of GM's EVs by the model year 2026.
Hitachi Astemo is helping OEMs drive toward sustainability with their electrification technologies. Learn more at am.hitachiastemo.com.
President Joe Biden signed an executive order this week limiting some investments in China. The order is focused on leading-edge technologies, and the steps are being taken due to national security concerns. According to the White House, national security threats coming from countries of concern could involve advanced technology used for surveillance, intelligence gathering, or military activity. The announcement recognizes the importance of foreign investment in the U.S. economy, describing the national security restrictions as, quote, narrowly targeted. In July, the Aska A5 became the world's first flying car to receive authorization from the DMV to drive on public roads in the United States. The A5 has this month taken a next step toward certification by completing its first test flight. The full-scale prototype lifted off from a California airfield while tethered to the ground. The Advanced Air Mobility aircraft has conducted more than 300 miles of road testing and in late June received the Federal Aviation Administration's Special Airworthiness Certification. ASCA's electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft is the first flying car to start this certification process with the FAA. At the recent Paris Air Show, Beyond Aero showed off its new hydrogen fuel cell-powered aircraft. This was one of many advances made recently by companies working on hydrogen in the aviation sector. Beyond Aero co-founder Hugo Tarlet told Ars Technica, even though this 85-kilowatt subscale demonstrator serves only ultralight aviation, the successful test of the powertrain is a crucial step in our technical development path for designing and building a business aircraft. That business aircraft is expected to have a range of 800 nautical miles and will be powered by multiple fuel cells powering electric motors. We will be right back.
All right. I'm ready. I'm ready.
More water. We will be right back.
I can give it a go. Presenting.
I did. That's why it makes no sense. Okay.
With the largest gig network in the country, Comcast Business has the technology solutions to future-proof your network.
In South Korea, a consortium is developing a four-legged robot that could help save people from fires and extinguish flames. Rainbow Robotics announced a 6-year, $13 million development plan involving the country's state-backed agencies and universities and the German Aerospace Center. 2 types of robots are planned, one that will extinguish flames and another that will find people who are in danger. That second robot will be equipped with remote-controlled cameras and will focus on finding people so that the human firefighters can then rescue them. An autonomous version of the people-finding robot is also in the works. Meanwhile, in the UK, an agri-tech startup called The Small Robot Company has launched an autonomous mobile robot that can weed agricultural fields without using chemicals. The robot is paired with zapper robots that kill weeds using electricity. The monitoring robot uses machine vision and AI to identify weed patches and communicate their location to the zappers. The first-in-the-world autonomous mobile robot, used to destroy weeds individually, is an alternative to the blanket spraying of herbicides. The 2-member robot team, individually named Tom and Dick, await another robot's arrival, Harry, being developed for planting operations. The idea of turning an asteroid into a rotating space station has been around for a while among scientists, but the required technology has been out of reach until recently. David W. Jensen, a retired technical fellow at Rockwell Collins, released a 65-page paper that details an inexpensive and easy-to-understand plan to turn an asteroid into a space habitat. His plan is to get to the Atira asteroid, build an extensive habitat involving massive supporting columns, and build it thanks to a workforce of self-replicating spider robots. This first artificial gravity space habitat could be built over a 12-year period. Any billionaire interested in another high-profile space competition?
Read these stories and more at globalautomobility.com and subscribe to Smart Mobility Today on your favorite podcast platform. Sign up to receive our weekly newsletter and follow us on social media at Smart Mobility Today. Produced by Detroit Media Productions, this is Smart Mobility Today.